Welcome to another episode of the Icon Presents. From Pasadena, California, today we are joined by an amazing, talented individual here to talk about his newest project, R&B Magic. Ladies and gentlemen, Icon Presents Honore.
One thing, I hate it when you leave me, 'cause I wanna keep it satisfied 24/7, 365. If it takes my whole life, I want you by my side, 'cause baby I lose myself whenever you're around. This is not an illusion, I'm levitating, my feet off the ground. You're making me high like Tony Braxton, love and making all reaction. I'm up in the air like a first class flight, I'm Jordan in his prime tonight. I don't need no wings to soar the sky. All I need is just one look in your eyes, and baby I'm floating. Floating on cloud nine, floating on cloud nine. I'm up in the stratosphere, baby won't you meet me here? I've been patiently waiting, mouth to mouth resuscitation. I've been thinking about this lately, we can practice making babies. This thought makes me wanna cry, just you and I, 'cause baby I lose myself whenever you're around. This is not an illusion, I'm levitating, my feet off the ground. You're making me high like I'm Tony Braxton, love and making all reaction. I'm up in the air like a first class flight, I'm Jordan in his prime tonight. I don't need, yeah. Oh no, no. All I need is just one look in your eyes, and baby I'm floating, floating. I'm floating on cloud nine, floating on cloud nine. We can take this thing to a foreign sky, any way you like, we can go worldwide. Down in Monaco, Egypt and Tokyo, the Philippines and Dubai. We'll make love on the beaches in Maui, Thailand, Africa and Bali. Just you and I on this magic carpet ride. Yeah, I don't need no wings to fly. Yeah, all I need, yeah, just one look in your eyes. I'm floating on cloud nine, floating on cloud nine. I don't need, all I need is just one look in your eyes, and baby I'm floating, floating. I'm floating on cloud nine, floating on cloud nine.
Honore, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, man. That was great. That was an awesome performance, man. I love it. So that song was called Cloud Nine, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So give me a little bit of your backstory when it comes to you and R&B. What is the magic of R&B? What does R&B mean to you? Give me a little bit about your musical journey.
Yes. R&B is pretty much like everything to me. I mean, I was
I was raised with R&B music being played as a kid.
Okay.
My dad and my sisters would play it constantly, artists from the 70s and 80s.
Nice.
And then, so I took a liking to it, as a kid, and just gravitated towards it. And I found that within that is like my safe space in music and my creative space. And then here we are now.
Nice. Okay, so who would you say, so you grew up listening to R&B. Do you have anybody that stuck out to you influence-wise? Like who was that person that inspired you?
Yes. If anybody who knows me, they know that Prince is my number one R&B. Well, he's beyond R&B, but he's my number one musical inspiration. Specifically with R&B, I really love like Bobby Brown.
Right.
He's dope. Pharrell Williams. I mean, it's an array of different people that I've like really admire. Joe.
Okay.
There's just so many R&B people out. Brian McKnight. Yeah. I mean, the list goes on. Aaliyah. God rest her soul.
So I noticed something as you're going through, and I noticed something when you were actually doing your performance as well, which kind of stood out to me. So I have a slight issue with R&B music, and not necessarily older, it's newer R&B, and that's because it basically doesn't really exist in a sense that it used to. And one thing I did appreciate about yours is because it was not overly explicit. And that's one of the things that I think a lot of the music that comes out these days is a bit much, right? So like if I were to play something or whatever like that and have a little romantic night with my wife or whatever like that, I don't need a graphic detail as to all of that type of stuff, right? But the purity in R&B that kind of was displayed in earlier generations, when you'd have the early, even like you said, Pharrell or Prince or even those people. Why we go with the light-skinned brothers? I think there's a trend that you got to go.
Well, I did say Bobby Brown.
Yeah, true. But is that something that's one thing that kind of stuck out to me? Was that just because there were those songs that, like, do you notice that at all? Or is that something that you kind of structure your music and when you're going through your when you're writing, something that you pay attention to?
I believe everyone has their own personal journey, especially with music artists. I just do what feels good to my soul. I
got you.
And what's relative to my brand, and people know me as the R&B guy. You know, they so inspiring in the footsteps of like Usher and other guys like that. And Babyface and Eric Benet, Tank. I mean, the list goes on. Right. That's the kind of R&B that really stays in my playlist constantly. And I do my best to write from the soul. I do have 5 sisters, so they keep me in check. And being respectful to women. It's cool to be talk about love and keep it sexy, but not overly. So that's what I do with my music. So with my music, you put on some Honore, it's all good.
Awesome. I mean, I can respect it. Yes. I respect it because that shows real craftsmanship, right? It's like when it's basically the same concept as if somebody's able to get a point across without being like too vulgar or whatever like that, dropping a bunch of slurs and whatnot in there. It's like now you can say what you need to say without doing that.
But you want to leave it to the imagination of the listener as far as what that door is going to
exactly. And I hate to sound like a purist or whatever like that, but it's always something that bothers me. It's like I'm always looking for a playlist. I'm like, man, I don't get anything new these days. Do you have anybody new that you're listening to?
Yeah, I really love Snow Allegra.
Okay,
so she's like a really dope R&B artist, a contemporary artist.
Okay,
that I love. Obviously her.
Yeah.
Daniel
LMA
Caesar
and all that.
LMA. Yeah. The new Twyla is great.
Okay.
I mean, there are just so many new contemporary artists that I really admire, and like R&B is like the vibe now. It's been the vibe for a few years. So I'm very happy to say that I'm part of that.
That's great, man. So tell me about this this new album that's out now called R&B Magic, right? Yes. Okay, so give me a little bit about your production process when it comes to working on this.
Yes. So mainly, majority of my music I always write and produce everything. But when it came to this particular album, it's an EP actually. R&B Magic is a 5-song EP.
Okay.
And I wanted to collaborate with another producer as well. So shout out to Tony Sway. We worked together on this project. And I just really wanted to go to the soul, and go back to like 2000s, early 2000s R&B. Like
I got you. That's Mario, the vibe I was getting off of that.
Mario,
like,
Neo, those dudes. And I wanted to just like do that and do
Okay.
something. So we worked together. And we worked on the first song, and I just like, yo, this is magic.
Mm.
This is R&B magic, you know. and he was like, yo, that's the vibe, you know. And in tradition with Tank, because he has R&B money, you know, and then Bruno Mars 24 karat magic. So you marry those worlds, you know. You find Honoreezy in there, and so I'm like, you know what. You know, it's a no-brainer. This is R&B magic for me.
Yeah.
This album, it's a 5-song EP that you can play from top to bottom, and every song is a banger, and it just puts you in that vibe, you know?
That's awesome.
Really good R&B.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say you worked with a producer by the name of
Tony Sway.
Tony Sway. Where did you meet him at?
We met through internet.
Okay.
Yeah, the technology, you know, IG. And we were going back and forth for years, you know, because I really admire his music and everything. And then it just happened that this was the year that we're gonna collaborate.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
So you got the EP that's out, R&B Magic.
Yes.
Do you have any other like projects that you're working on? Because usually an EP comes out that somebody's following with that full album.
Absolutely.
Shortly afterwards.
Good question, brother. Yes. So this is the preliminaries for the full-length album. Is called Kaleidoscope.
Okay.
Kaleidoscope is going to be the full-length album that's written and produced solely by me.
Okay.
It's already done, and we're going to release that in the summer.
Oh, nice.
So
you get that summer loving right
man.
there, right?
So it's just feeding the people, feeding your fans, feeding the people that support you, and then, you know, in hopes to gain more people who like my type of music, and just to like, because when you feed them, and then they're hungry again, you know, so you got to continually, you know, and nourish those relationships. And I've been really blessed to have a really nice fan base, you know, people who really appreciate what I do. Yeah. And they know, like, when I write certain songs, that it's coming from the heart. You know, it's not being fake. It's very authentic, and it's Honoreezy. R&B Magic.
That's what resonates with people.
That's right.
That authenticity. That's what people, that, you know, it's, you know, as it says, what leaves the heart, reaches the heart. That's how you connect with. Yes. And if it's real to you, it'll be real to somebody else. Yeah. And that's always the difference that's made. So my question for you, now you had your previous project called Purple.
Yes.
Out, right? Got you. So that was the one that I have listened to when that was the one I was introduced to you on, which was a very interesting one. Cause like I said, you have that style, like, even with the newer one, you went back a little bit when it comes to like early 2000s vibe wise. But yeah, like even the earlier one, that one, first off, my first question, why Purple? There's a song on there called Purple that was I feel like purple, it feels like purple. Is purple like the color of love and something that I don't know?
Yeah, you're all in my head, brother.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, purple definitely for me is the color of love.
Okay,
you know,
so it's a personal thing. I didn't know if that was like a unanimous, like a universal thing that I was just kind of not in the loop on.
It's a mixture of stuff, you know, because, you know, ultimately Prince is my number one artist that I love. He's the GOAT. So that was his color.
Gotcha.
When I create music, you know, even though I play everything and produce and write, you know, but when I think about songs, I do see colors. It's kind of my way of things.
Gotcha.
And
how many shrooms are you on at that time?
Yeah, none. I'm completely plant-based. I'm vegan. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm like the most natural brother you would ever want to meet.
I got you. And I'm talking about shrooms, which are natural. So you didn't disprove.
But I do drink coffee, mushroom coffie now.
That's true. I've actually had some mushroom coffee. So, that was actually really good.
That's my side hustle too. So, but
okay.
But I really resonated with Purple. I wanted to kind of pay homage to Prince because their Purple album, which is out, I wrote and produced the whole album, you know, so it's like my baby. I was like really proud of it. It was something that I felt like with Prince, I'm a student of Prince, and he taught me like to own your masters, you know, try to write and produce everything, control as much as you can, you know, because if you're not, you know, owning your art, so you're kind of a slave to the labels and everything. So, you know, I really took that to heart. And so with Purple, that's the color of love for me.
That's awesome, man. So you've been in this industry for a while now, right? Have you noticed any type of changes over the years when it comes to the music industry and artists, and then also the development of R&B music as time goes on?
Yes. Yeah, I've been doing this professionally for quite some time, like 9 years now.
Okay.
And, you know, there's just been hills and valleys with my career. But the fact I'm still standing, I'm still here. And just learning how to market yourself properly, because an artist such as myself, you know, it's like I can go different ways and trying to figure out who you are as an artist. And it took me this time to really feel comfortable in my own skin that I am an R&B artist. I'm a dope R&B artist that writes and produces. You know, when you're dealing with labels and certain companies, they want you to emulate who's ever hot at the moment.
Right.
They want you to be the next so-and-so, you know? And I feel like that is kind of detrimental to the artist because it suppresses their own creativity. You know, how can I explore and be the best Honore when they're pushing down my throat? You need to be the next D'Angelo, the next Usher, the next Bruno. It stifles you, I feel, you know.
Just don't gamble like Bruno.
Exactly right. Yeah. So, you know, I feel with the change of music over the years, at first it was dead with R&B for a while. It was just hip hop.
Right,
Hip-hop
exactly.
and rock. Being an R&B artist was like, you know, you had to kind of mix it with something else. But with the resurgence of, you know, really good music, you know, I feel like the consumers out there, they want to hear that. They want to hear the feels of the 90s and 2000s. So actually, it's a perfect time for me in this space to release the music and to be on the road with other wonderful artists. And I'm just happy to be here.
Okay. Yeah. Now you mentioned being on the road with other artists. Who are what kind of artists out there that are you working with?
Yeah, I mean, various artists from the international markets. You know, I'm racially mixed, so I'm Black, white, and Filipino. So
okay, got you. So you just touching all bases.
I know, it's like I'm the world. You know, you know. So I work with a lot of independent artists, overseas artists here in the States as well. Some major artists. You know, I don't want to drop names or anything, but just really good people, and I'm really blessed for this little career of mine thus far to have the accolades that I've accomplished so far.
That's awesome. So would you say that because I've noticed this as well, that music has changed, obviously. It's continuously changing things. But even, I would say, I hate to say this, I really do. Like in my mind, when you said it, I thought it, and then I was like, I don't. So you said that R&B is kind of making a comeback, basically. It used to be kind of just hip hop and rock. And then I thought, okay, what has gone on in the matter of time or this period of time that may have, you know, helped that change? And what other changes are we seeing? Like right now we're seeing a country boom.
Yes.
And it's very interesting because it used to be that, you know, people would say, hey, what kind of music do you like? Well, I like everything but country. Yeah. That was like the tagline, right? Yeah. I was never really in that boat. That's because as an audio engineer, I like to keep things open. And country music, to me, has some of the best instrumentation. And the way that it resonates with people when they are listening to it, it's like a lot of people's, like, it's party music a lot of times, or it's something that you're like really relaxing in their storytelling and all that kind of stuff. So country music has always been very interesting to me, even though I won't say it was my go-to. These days, it's like there's certain people that I'm liking a little bit more.
I agree.
But that's one thing. I hate to say it like this, but I think Drake might have helped R&B make a comeback a little bit more.
I think so. In a way, I do want to say R&B has always existed. Yeah. I think the light wasn't shining as brightly as it has been for the past 6 years. Yeah. And, you know, and besides Drake, you know, but like real singers like her. Yeah. You know, people like that have really.
I love the fact that you said, besides Drake, real singers.
Yeah. Drake,
making that distinction.
Yeah. Drizzy, he's good. You know.
Drake is one of those people that I always say, like, you're a little bit over, like, inflated, in my opinion. Yeah. Most of his, and I say, I don't really put him in full, like, R&B, but I understand, like, what he be trying to do. Yeah. All of Drake's stuff, I feel like older Drake was, when he wasn't trying to do all the singing and all that kind of stuff, was better. Yeah. When he was on his worst behavior and doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah, like that was fire, but then he went passion fruit and that was no good. And he's been like kind of downhill. Then every now and then he kind of comes out with a banger from me. And then people are always like, oh, Drake's still in the top 3. Not to me. J. Cole's number 1 and the other one and that's it.
Kendrick.
See, I had a conversation with Gabriel Cannon, and me and him kind of had a back and forth on whether or not where that lied on. Yeah. To me, Kendrick's not really like, I get it. He's not really that to me. And that's just because for an artist, I like well-rounded artists, right? Kendrick puts out too little content or music to be in that league. So when I'm looking like, okay, who's the big three, right? I need your sales, I need your instrumentation, I need your delivery, your bars, and all that kind of stuff. And there's too many categories where I look at Kendrick versus a J. Cole, or even a Drake or any of the other artists where he falls down. Now, is he an artistic person? Yes. Does he have some great products? Like To Pimp a Butterfly was my favorite Kendrick album.
Oh, yeah.
But the other one's not it. Out of the past few years, who has been that person? Like, you have a lot of past influences, but people are always going to look at, okay, who can I listen to now? If I wanted to get into R&B music, or if I was an up and coming R&B singer, right? Who are you going to say you need to be listening to?
Honore first.
Okay, I love it.
Secondly, I'm going to say Usher. He's the king of R&B. You know, he's been doing his thing for years. I want to say R. Kelly, even though it's controversial, but you can't take away from the man's genius as far as writing and producing. You know, unfortunately, he's, you know, in a different situation. So I would say, you know, listen to SZA, listen to Snow, listen to LMA. Those are the people that I gravitate to. You know, for anybody who's like, what's R&B like these days? Because they've been around for the past couple of years, and it's perfect. Listen to Frank Ocean, even though he's very like every 10 years, but listen to, you know, the Nostalgic Ulta, the project that he did. That started for me like, this is the vibe right here, you know, and just like seeing how it just kind of like evolved. So yeah.
Have you ever seen LMA in concert?
Yeah.
That girl she's
great.
She does it.
I love her. I love her to death. She's great.
Me and my wife were checking out one of her, we didn't go to the concert, we were watching it on YouTube. And she was like in this venue, and there was this, it was like a platform, and then all the people were around her. And it was like a very simple one. It was like, wasn't like probably about half the size of this room was the platform that she was on. And it was just like, I believe it was like a DJ set and a piano and some other stuff there, and it was a light box that they were actually standing on. Nice. And the performance was immaculate. Yeah. So with that being said, you do a lot of performing. What can people tend to expect from you? What is your mindset going into performing?
Give them everything, everything you got and more. Give them an experience. You know, really push yourself as much as you can, because people come out to see you, whether it's for free, whether they pay tickets. You know, it's like time is precious, you know? So I try not to say, well, you know, I try not to differentiate if they came for free for a free show or they paid. Nevertheless, the time for them to get ready to maybe leave their home or their families to come see you, that's more important than all of that. So I just want to give them an experience and show them the sincerity. Like, look, I really appreciate you coming to support me, whether it's 50 or 5,000 people, and just give them something to take away. You know, that's the thing, you know, if you don't leave home and you're in the car like, yo, did you hear that Cloud9 joint, you know, on Reezy's Purple or whoever, then you didn't do a good job. I feel like, you know, and then also connecting with them. It's really about connections. Gotcha. You know, connecting them and really just hearing what resonates with them, showing them something out of the 10 songs or the concert that you're doing, that a few of them really connected with them.
That's as somebody that's had to do a handful of performances and, you know, I've done the House of Blues and various venues and all that kind of stuff, and also works in live sound. I will tell you, that energy that the artist puts in that, when that translates to the performance and then the audience, when they receive that, and there's nothing like it. Yeah. It's nothing. There's nothing like it. Yeah. And that's one of the beautiful things about coming together as human beings and enjoying art together. It changes the experience. I know we live in a streaming age and a digital age where we don't want to go to the theater because we want to just watch it at home, and you don't want to go to the concert because you're just streaming it or looking it up on YouTube or whatever like that. There's nothing like getting together and enjoying something with people.
I agree.
I look at like I went to go see the Avengers movies back when they were good.
Yes.
Yeah, now they're not so good anymore.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like when you go and see Infinity War and Endgame.
Ooh.
When Cap grabs Thor's hammer and that theater erupted.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. And then but in Infinity War, when Spider-Man was about to get taken out by Thanos, or after that snap,
bingo.
I literally had the girl in front of me start bawling, bro. But then when you go to concerts and everything, and that artist is really singing and everything, it translates, it connects with people.
Yes.
It's so different. So talking about connecting with people, but another song that you're going to perform for us, right? What did you say it was called? Comeback, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that song.
Comeback is a plea to whoever you love. And it was from a place of just knowing where you made mistakes in that relationship, owning up to it. Because us brothers, we don't. We dodge it.
Nah, man.
It wasn't me.
Accountability? What's that?
But for me, it's like, it's about self-reflecting, and even though you may be able to scream it out, like come back, knowing they'll probably never will do it, but you do it anyway because it's therapeutic. Secondly, it's authentic. And in the middle of the song, it's come back to me, I'm begging you please, from Janet Jackson.
Okay.
So it's just another nod to R&B music, and they're like, whoa, like, the 90s and stuff. So it's a banger. It's one of the songs from the Purple album that people really give me a lot of love on.
That's awesome.
And they love the vibe of it, and it's just like, it's a great song. So I'm proud of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I want to check it out.
There you go.
So let's do it.
Yeah. Come back to me. Come back. It's been a long time coming. I'm 100 miles and running after you. I hurt you so bad, I left you confused. I gave you pain, I'm ashamed. You should know that I'm feeling it now. I hear the careless whispers within this empty house. You gave me your love, you try to heal me, dealing with all my stupid insecurities. I know you tried and you tried till you had enough, but damn, I realized that I messed it up. Come back, baby, won't you come back? Come back. You know I really need that. Whoa. Messed it up, I lost your love. You had enough. Baby, come back, baby, won't you come back? Come back. You know I really miss that. Oh, love and my best friend. Fading memories. I messed it up, I'm all alone. I left about 1,000 messages on your phone. Hit your Twitter, your Instagram, deleted pictures, you don't give a damn. It's like we never existed. Do I ever cross your mind? Do you even miss me? You gave your all, you tried to heal me. When you walked away, it nearly killed me. You gave me everything, now there's nothing left. I should've realized I ain't happiness. Come back, ooh. You know I really need that. Oh, yeah. Come back, won't you come back, baby? It's your baby, baby, baby. Fading memories. Oh, baby, come back to me. Come back, baby. Come back, baby. Come back to me. 'Cause I want you to, yeah. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. Oh, I want you to come back, come back, baby. Need you, baby. Lost your love. Oh, know I messed it up. Can you please forgive me for the insanity I put you through? Whoa, I didn't mean a thing. I was just trying to figure it out. Figure out what's going on with me. I think I need to see a therapist. Get some good counseling, some clarity, 'cause I want you here, right here.
All right, so Come Back. That's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Like, I mean, both of your songs, Cloud 9 and Come Back, and everything I've heard from you has been amazing. I remember, I saw you perform, and when I saw you, you were doing a cover.
Yes.
And that was a, baby, you just don't get it. You enjoy being hurt. And you were dancing with older ladies.
Aunties.
Which I was like, this is great. That's hilarious. They were loving it. It was awesome.
Yes.
But man, so that's amazing, man. So tell me and tell the people, how can they support you?
Well, great question. And thank you for the compliment. How can you support an artist, independent artist such as myself? The main thing is, for sure, follow my socials. IG is pretty much the easiest and fastest way to get to me.
Okay.
So Honore Music, Honore Music, and IG. Follow my journey, and when you follow the journey, it's like really follow it. If you choose to.
Yeah.
But it's up to us artists to give you a reason to follow us. If I'm just putting out trash and just not taking it seriously, then don't follow me. But if you understand the importance and the significance of how this music is everything to me, my brand, my music, my lifestyle, what I eat, what I do on the road, it all it aligns with everything, R&B music. I'm a positive brother, I'm a vegan. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm respectful to ladies, and my music is dope. So it's like, kind of like, you may want to take a second look, take a second listen to my music. So support the music by purchasing it, not just streaming it. Streaming is it's kind of an insult to us artists.
I get you.
But it's a way, because for people who don't know, it's a 0.3 per stream. Even if they pass it in Congress to give us 1 penny per stream, and that's across the board. Yeah, it's like, really, but. It is what it is. But I use that as a way to kind of gauge what people are listening to, because it is, I have Spotify. I really feel like Spotify should give all of the artists that are on Spotify free membership. Okay. Straight up. Because
I agree.
We are providing, service. But anyway, I digress.
I can see that.
Buy our music, buy our merchandise. You go to honoremusic.com. That's my official website, which I do need to update. But I do have my merch. There's a merch tab, and you can purchase Honore t-shirts and hoodies and all that stuff. Right. And that all that money goes back into my projects. Okay. When I have a performance, whether it's a free event or a ticketed event, go to the events, and purchase tickets. That's how you can support an artist. Because when you see the Bruno Marses of the world and the Ushers and all these people, which are wonderful, they've been putting in the work and they've gotten to a point because of people put in there. They were all talented. It's just a matter of getting the people on board, your support system, whether it's international or here in the States, but support it, So when I have shows, when I have new albums, support it, purchase it, please.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So your website again, what is it?
Honore Music, HONORE.com. HONOREmusic.com.
Okay.
Go to the merch tab. You can go to the music tab. You can purchase the music directly. DTC, direct to consumer, is really the way to go for artists, cutting out the middleman because they don't really pay us that much. But that's how you can support me. And then, when you follow me, when I have new concerts coming out, new shows, come and see me. I'm a very friendly, approachable guy.
Gotcha. Your Instagram, what is that?
Honore Music, HONORE Music at Instagram. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Awesome. Well, anything else you want to leave with the people?
I just want to say thank you, Antoine, to you, your staff here at Icon. Amazing. I really appreciate this space to just express myself.
Thank you, man.
And to everybody else out there who is inspiring to do something great, do it. Don't let anything stop you. And it doesn't have to be music. It doesn't have to be entertainment. That's just what I do. That's my personal journey. But, do your best to be better than you were yesterday. and take the
respect it.
necessary
Yeah.
steps. Have a plan, eat good, try to eat less meat, please, because, I like animals, but I'm not pushing the veganism. But if you want to know about veganism, also, I also, in the coffee business too. So
Okay, yeah.
I
Drop that website. We can get that.
so Mushroom Loves Coffee, that's the IG.
Okay.
And it's a wonderful coffee. If you drink coffee, but the coffee that we have, it has Ganoderma mushroom.
Okay.
Ganoderma mushroom is the king of the mushrooms from Malaysia. If you Google it, you'll see all the health benefits. Good for your immunity, helps lower your blood pressure. It's just good for your gut. It's all around great. So
Gotcha.
if you want some of that coffee too, I got you. Go to Mushroom Loves Coffee on Instagram. I got you. And so I'm serving music. I'm serving coffee. I'm serving vibes.
Hey,
It's
let's
a
go.
win-win.
I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's been an honor and a pleasure. Honor.
There you
So it's been awesome having you on the show today, man. I love it. Guys, please go check out the music. Like he said, purchase it, listen to it, follow Instagrams, follow everything Icon presents. It's so awesome to be able to connect with so many talented individuals, and I just love it. So again, check out the Icon Presents website. Link is going to be in the description below, as well as Honore's website and Instagram and everything. You'll catch everything. Any upcoming shows?
Yes. Quite a few. If you just follow me, I have a huge itinerary.
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. So we got a lot going on. I love it. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and we'll check you out later.